Wela, Makosi, Kamagu, Togoza, Mulumele, greetings, and Kanyang. Kanyang. Anyway, I'll wait a bit until we are here. And Tovela. All right. Okay, it is one of those days where we talk about spiritual things and helping each other progress on this journey. Remember that we are progressing, we are growing. That's what it's all about. We are here to help each other, give each other advice, I guess. And that's what we are here for. Before the electricity get cut off. All right. Kanyang Cecilia Makosi Mandawe. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Yes, it's one of those days, guys. We're just talking about spiritual things. How do I get this up? Okay, that's better. Yes, we're talking about spiritual things. Greetings, Nyasha, and in Mandawe, Elizabeth. So we're talking about spiritual things. Remember, guys, freely. So, yes, remember that on this kind of chart, it's not planned. So we relaxed and talking about things that we want to talk about. Things that are worrying us spiritually, things that are worrying us to do with ancestors, spirits, and guides, and those above, and the ones that we are yet to know about. All right? So that's what it is all about. Gosh, it's different, isn't it, when I'm doing these kind of things in someone's house? It doesn't feel like, it doesn't give me that kind of like an oomph that I have when I'm in my own home. But anyway, so yes, let's see what we can do to help each other spiritually. And Tovela Lindiwe. And yes, so we're here to talk about spiritual things. And remember, this is like a one-stop shop. So I'm just here to help you. Anyway, to help you and for you to help me. Remember that we're helping each other. Let me just answer quickly. Someone questioned me earlier on about, well, to keep this going. All right. When you see beads, do you take and partner for them and then wear, or you go to the water? So that was a question from Viva Fin. All right. There are some beads that when your people are giving them to you, you need to take them. You need to take them to the water, to put them in the water and tell your people, this is what I've got. I'm going to put them on now. Stuff like that. But there are some beads, even from water spirits. They just show them to you, then you just wear them. Like the same as these ones, I just wear them. So I've got beads now that I have to wear, but I have to put them in the water first for me to wear them. So they're beads like this. Remember that your people will show you how they want you to do their things. Remember that. Not everyone will do the same thing as I'm doing, or they'll do the same thing as another person doing the same thing. Remember that, especially when it comes to beads. And the way we wear them as well is different. Like mine, I don't have to wear them all the time. I wear them whenever I feel like I should wear them. But when I'm working, I'll put them on because I need help from the beads people. So anyway, that is just that. So that was the answer in that question. And let's see if there was another one. So I can just stop this. Okay, so someone was asking about how do I know when they're activated, the Mandawe spirits, when they're activated, like the head jacking. Remember with Mandawe spirits as well. Mandawe spirits, to a lot of people, the ones that I'm training, the ones that come to me just for consultation, right? So when Mandawe spirits come, sometimes they tend to do the heads like this, like this, like this, the Mandawe spirits. They tend to do that. Even me in the early stages, I mean, they still do it, but I'm used to it now. So when I know they're here with me and they want to be heard, the head will start doing that. So I do not know if the question from Farida about the head jerking was about that. So the Avalos used to do these kind of things. But the Mandawe, you'll see your head start doing that. That means their presence is there. That's the Mandawe spirits. Actually, when they're activated, you know they're there. Anyway, what was the other question? Okay, all right. Let's see if there was another one. All right, okay. All right, I think that those were the questions that we, oh, there was one I should have answered. Okay. What was that? It was Nzunza Spirit's question. All right, this was a question from Viva Fina as well again. He or she was asking about, also, okay, all right. I also believe Avalozi came through today in an army setting as for Nzunza. Okay, that was good. I will wait for more information from you. Also keep seeing the different snakes and also, okay. So for the Ingwe cloth, the Ingwe is what? Ingwe is what? My brain. What's Ingwe? What's Ingwe? What is it? Is it tiger? The leopard. So when you, for me, my people, when they show me the leopard, right? It was the ancestors with traditional things. It was the ancestors who were involved, who had the bones. And remember that especially those traditional healers, like the old traditional healer, ancient ones, they were more about dealing with communities, knowing everything that is happening within the communities and stuff like that. So my ancestors who came with those gifts, with the leopard print, were about communities and throwing bones and about those kind of things. Like it was related to your whole community. So you need to know everything, the politics of the community, the whole community. As a healer, as a traditional healer, it means traditionally you need to be aware of what needs to happen within the communities if things happen. Like if someone dies, what you need to know what you're supposed to do when someone dies. When people get married, you're supposed to know what needs to be done for families. You understand? You need to be aware of, you need to have that kind of information as a healer. You need to know those things. I mean, that was my gift, the one that came with the leopard print cloth. That was the traditional healer with. I refuse to look at them until I see the right things, until you agree as well as the person consulting. Anyway, so this is not the truth of Goma. We are being serious, right? Anyway, where was I? Okay, all right. So that was just that. Okay, so this internet keeps on going on and on, so you bear with me. And okay, tears. Okay, Ndawiwe, Mulumele Roneti. Good day, Ayanda Tobela Ayanda. Okay, yeah, it's leopard. Thanks. Thanks, Roneti. That's what I meant. So yes, when you see those cloths, like for me, when I saw it, because it came with information, about that particular kind of traditional healer. They showed me the leopard print. It was not even a cloth, it was the leopard print. Yes, the skin of the leopard, whatever they call it. That one, Mohopa, wearing it. Right? Actually, how to even get it for a traditional healer, right? How to get it. They will show me that. They will show me things like that. But they will show me everything. Like as a traditional healer, you need to be aware of these particular things that affect the community on which the ones that you live amongst. You need to be aware of that. You understand? You should be the first point of contact as a traditional healer, meaning that you are traditional. We're going traditional here, meaning that you need to know all those things to do with traditional things. Not like, I did not do that, but I've got bones. Okay, should be serious, guys. I forget myself sometimes. Anyway, okay, Cecilia Cuckoo, please help. I have this dream where I was looking at a Native American guy, admiring his tattoos that started from the neck down. He had a crow, okay, that big bird, an owl, and an eagle tattooed. Then he started dancing. Cecilia, you need to learn about the Native American, why they will do those tattoos and stuff like that, and why they will create those owls and stuff like that. I mean, if I go into the Native American, because I studied them when my people, the first things they wanted me to learn about was the Native American. You need to understand why they have those tattoos, why they create those tattoos on their bodies, why they will use crows, what is symbolic spiritually for them when it comes to crow, and what is symbolic for them when it comes to the animals you saw on that person's skin, right? As tattoos, eagle, and stuff like that. Because Native Americans, a lot of their spirituality is similar to ours. Remember that. It's just that a lot of things, ours as well, some things we might have dated and stuff like that, but most of their spirituality is just similar to us, like similar as in similar. Actually, let me just say the same, right? It will be just that the other tribe, the Sioux tribe is a lot of tribes, right? Like the same as, like saying the Goonies, there's a lot of tribes, there are Sotos and stuff like that. There are different kind of tribes in America, even there. In the Native Americans, there were different tribes. So different tribes might have they might look at this bird symbolically, meaning this way, but there's always a commonality amongst their tradition and spirituality. So you need to study them, because there's so much with the crows and there's so much with the eagles, right? Eagle, there's a lot. When you study the Native American, I can't say it here. When you're studying the Native American, you'll understand why they will use eagles to direct them, especially when they're going on these visionary tours, right? Like they will use this eagle or they'll use crow because of is for them symbolically. It means this, like when you see a bed like that of water and of land and something like that, and it can be on the ground, it can fly and stuff like that. It will actually make you understand even your dreams when you see yourself on the ground, when you see yourself flying, when you see yourself in the water, stuff like that. With the Native American, if you study them, then you will understand most of our dreams, why we see ourselves flying, why we see ourselves as people, and then we see ourselves flying as animals and stuff like that. Why we see ourselves swimming in the water, like sometimes you see like you're kind of like a fish or something like that. So if you study the Native American, you'll understand our spirituality and our tradition as well. So you need to study them. You need to study them. Because remember, even our people as well, they need to have those tattoos. They still do. Some of our people. If you look around our African brothers and sisters from different corners of the world, you'll see that tattoos, when they have tattoos, it symbolizes a lot of different things. Why they'll put those tattoos for different things. Actually saying that, I shouldn't go there. Anyway, I was going to be giving you an example with someone I saw with a tattoo in Zimbabwe, and when I asked him why that kind of a tattoo, he was giving me different kind of, but it's not spiritual. But it's spiritual, I guess, for him, because he's an artist. A lot of us, we are different kind of artists. Spiritually, we're using our spirituality in different ways. Remember that. Anyway, that was Cecilia. He started dancing with a cobra, and I was amazed at the alignment, how they move in sync. Suddenly, I found myself dancing the same way. Yes, that is good. That is good. So you need to study those. You need to study those. And cobras as well. I see a lot of that with cobras. I saw that with a lot of the Moroccans. They still use cobras a lot, especially for that, like the dancing beat. Anyway, let's not go there. That was something out. But you need to try to understand the Native Americans and why your people will show you about that, why we will align with nature like that. Because anyway, talking about cobras as well, when I was coming from Zimbabwe, looking down, flying, like looking down, I was looking at the lines of the water, the waters, the waters running through on land. When you're up there looking at the lines of the rivers, looked similar to cobras, and I was thinking about that, the snake. Like, a lot of our drawings, a lot of our things, the way we create things, sometimes creating them the same way, as in aligning to naturally the way the river moves, sometimes naturally the way the snakes moves. I'm talking to Cicely about the cobra, right? I'm talking about our drawings now. So I'll take you to the tattoos. The way we create our artwork. You see the way we draw in our houses, the way we draw in our basket, the way we do those curves and stuff like that. Anyway, that if you study our arts, and there's it's called something. There's some art. It's called something. I forgot. When I remember it, I'll come back to it. Nyaja. The olden ways were not always good for women. What is the meaning of cloth? Which cloth? Nyash, I think you talked about this before. And I don't know if you're talking about Africa. I think you're too much aligning to Christianity, bit of the way they were looking at African way of things. I'll disagree with you on this based on what I know, right? You probably have an idea why you think in that way, you believe in that way, but Africans, they've always been, women have always been playing an important part in our lives. The mothers of life, they've always been playing an important part, and women have never been ill-treated in other way. Remember that always you'll have the good and the bad, but women have always been playing an important part in our olden days. Our women and our men were playing both important parts, equally important parts. Remember that. Sometimes with distorted mind and distorted information that we get through mixing with a lot of people, we get distorted information because our way of life has to be distorted in a way for us to be converted to other beliefs. So they'll put that bit like the way we were living was not right according to the way they are looking at it. In order for us to convert into this better way, our way has to be shown to us as it was bad to us. So even now, we need to get back to ourselves, believing that, taking away that distorted information. You need to remember that. Anyway, okay. Does one's depth change over time, or does it stay the same? Okay, mine doesn't sound like the common one currently. No, it doesn't. Okay, this one I will give you based on mine. Okay, let me just Khanya again, because if I go to political side of things, I tend to as well myself go too much. I need to Khanya. Khanya. I need to Khanya. Okay, the BEPS. Okay, so when it comes to BEP, mine, when the Mandawe spirits, at the time I didn't know that the water spirits coming through, isn't it? So I started bepping a little bit, and then it started becoming frequent. Then it became more frequent, like I'll bep, like bep. Sometimes I'll be down there, sitting down there, and I'll be like bep. Why? It was uncomfortable. I had to keep on like maybe thinking that maybe I've eaten too much. Then I starting to observe with my food that it's not something I'm eating or I'm drinking too much, where is in the indigestion, right? So I had to start observing everything about what was happening to me. But then I realized it was nothing to do with food. It was nothing to do with the thing. It was spiritual. I mean, as time goes on, I started to understand it was spiritual, right? Related to water. I'm talking about my BEPS, because before I never had like this kind of BEPS. So anyway, so they became frequent. Then when they came out, it was okay now. The BEPS, they were coming like they come to me like sometimes when I'm talking and they're making themselves known that they're there, or they are trying to say to me, cool down, the burps will come in. So it depends on what I'm saying or what is happening around me. But when I'm around someone who needs me, sometimes because they like my spirit, as if wants to tell someone something, I'll feel like, like the burps are coming out, like they're coming out, right? They're coming out because that person sometimes can be affecting me, like I need to talk to them about something else, like those kind of depths. So yes, they can start small, they become bigger, like where you do like, but you can tell the different kind of burp because of like you're burping because too much air in there. You need to burp because food, right? But you can tell spiritual burp and tell the difference between spiritual and just the normal burp based on whatever you're doing, right? You can tell the difference. Ayanda, Tobela, Ayanda, what does it mean to dream of finding a pregnancy test that is negative of my sister, who's 33 years old and who's struggling to conceive in real life till now? So sometimes dreams like that, right? Sometimes you're talking to people and you're talking about certain things like this. Your people will reveal to you, like they'll be giving information. Like if, let's say you were talking to your sister at the same day, right? And your people want to confirm something to you. They will show you dreams like that. Like as if that person, like this is what will happen or this is what is happening to them. So they're confirming your day conversation with your sister at night, showing you that it is like this. So their dreams like this is like this. The situation is like this. You understand? So it could be that. So remember that every time when you're dreaming about things like this, situational dreams, you need to think about that same day. Were you thinking about her? Were you talking to her? And did you talk to her about something similar to what is happening to her? So that you can tell that your people are giving you information on the go based on your conversation on the day. So you can always tell that you're up to date with your people. Okay. Tato Mafura Tobela Kuku. I dreamt of Kiera's beautiful pool. I decided to dive in and swim. However, there were snakes and I was not afraid, but then I had swallowed one partially, then started vomiting it out. Then what happened to Tatu? That sounded like a big dream. Then what happened? What happened after that? That sounded like a big dream. Sounded like a big dream. What happened after that? Sina herili bona riatakhala. Oh, Sina, thank you. And khanya more as I'm hanging back. Cecilia, thank you, Kuku. I'll do so. Tabani, Togozani, Tabani, Ayanda, thank you. Yes, that sounds like a big dream. Tato, that sounds like a big dream. You can swim with it. You can swim. You're capable of swimming with the snakes, and you swallowed one and you vomited it out. So let's see what happens after that without us inserting ourselves in your important dreams. What happened after you vomited the snake out? You forcefully got something out of you. What happened? Anyway, we'll wait to hear from Tato while I'm drinking my coffee. So, yes, so what's happening? I tried to astral travel Gogo, but it went wrong. I couldn't scream. You'll get there. You'll get there. You'll get there, Nyasho. Remember that astral travel is a touch and go kind of thing. Like sometimes as you go on this, sometimes some traveling can be bumpy, some traveling can be straightforward, some traveling you try to set what they call it when you try to fly and forcefully brought down, you're forcefully brought back down and stuff like that. Some, like when I'm saying bumpy, it means you will be bumping all the way trying to get to where you're going. Sometimes you're trying to astral travel to get somewhere and then you end up at the wrong places. But remember that everything takes time. Remember that as time goes on, you'll learn to be able to do it properly. Like you'll be controlling, you'll be able to control it. Remember when I'm saying to you that when you astral travel, your physical body will be like lying down physically, everyone can see you lying down or you're sitting up like this, but then you astral traveled. Etheric, in the middle of things. Astral body, it will be in different dimension, different realm of realities, right? When we're talking about different dimensions, right? I'm not talking about physical, mental, spiritual, and others. We're talking about different realm of realities. Your ancestors beat, the other realities, the other realities, the other realities. I'm here to learn about. Remember that when you astral travel, your 3 bodies. Remember, there could be bumpy stages when you leaving that beat, staying in the middle of the beat, etheric there, waiting for the astral body to be traveling away from going to another dimension, right? It could be bumpy stages there. Anyway, that is astral. Remember, I'm an astral traveler. I used to love that bit before the ancestors came in. Anyway, Tato, all right. I end, okay, Togoza. Okay. Oh, okay, Togoza, I end now. Okay, Tato. Thereafter, I vomited it out and started to go through a forest which had various rooms and phases. It was scary, but I kept passing things such as fears and challenges, and each one opened a new door. Oh, that sounds great. The dreams comes from me climbing a mountain. Okay. So you went into different rooms, challenging rooms. Okay. All right. So, well, it will depends. If you like a, like spiritually, when we are gonna be dealing with certain things, depending on who's taking you. Obviously, it's the water, right? Water people. If they are taking you to places where you get to stages, they're showing you things that you're gonna be going through and stuff like that, right? Or the things that you have to come, you need to overcome as well. So they will be taking you to things like that, as in rooms. And as in rooms like that, I'm just trying to think about something similar to that. So you'll be going through the stages, like as in they will be showing you in dream format. Because remember that this is a big dream that you're talking about, Tatu. So big dreams like this, sometimes they come like flashes. So let's say yours, because yours you're explaining it as a dream. Like if it was the dream that it comes like a, here you are in this place, here you are in this place, like it's come as flashes in dreams. It doesn't mean things will happen like that as in one go. They are just sometimes showing you that because of this big dream, right? You're gonna have to understand more about this. Then you're gonna be going through these stages, you're gonna understand more about this particular thing. Then you're gonna be going through these stages, you're gonna be understanding more about this particular thing. So that is a big dream. That's what I'm saying is a big dream. Your people are gonna be processing you in that format, the way they show it to you. I wonder if it was in flashes, your dream were coming as in flashes, like flesh, then flesh, you're in this particular place, flesh, you're in this particular place, flesh, you're in this particular place. I don't know. Did it come like that, or was it just like a normal dream? Because this one sounds like a big dream, Tattoo. When I'm saying did it come like flashes, like those dreams, like it comes like you're watching those old films, like those were like what they call them, a reel of something, as in dreams, like showing you as a reel, because the people have come out. They've come out. So they're going to be teaching, they're going to be taking you through this, through that, by showing it in this room. You're seeing things that you're going to be dealing with this particular thing. This one, you're going to be dealing with this particular thing. Like if I was just looking at it, talking to you like this, just from the information you're giving, like the fears, you're going to be dealing with this particular thing until you overcome them. Then you're going to be going through this other room. As in, it can take months as well. Remember that it was just, if it was just flashes, they're just showing you, we're going to be dealing with you like this, like this, like this, right? Then you're going to be going through this where your things are going to be a lot of challenges. When you're learning about things, there's going to be challenges going on with your training, right? Like that, like that. Then you're going to overcome that. Then you're going to go into another room like this, because for you to understand, that's why they take you to the room of fears, the room of challenges, the room of this, the room of that, because you understand it better. But as you're training, you're going to deal with one room at a time. It can take a month. You're going to be dealing with one room, the second room at a time, like they showed it to you in the dream, until you've overcome that bit. Now we're going to deal with the last room. Then from there, you see, we're going to be taking you there to that stage. It was a similar dream, and I realized it was in that combined sequence. These pools are regular occurrence, such as finding beautiful pools and swimming in them. Thank you, Kuku. You're welcome. Tariro, Tobela Tariro. Yes. So, yes, so, you know, excuse me, it's a big dream. It's a big dream. But it's good that you vomited. You vomited. So it's good. Some people, they give birth. Some people, they vomit. Some people, they do other things. Some people, they gappa. So it's good. It's the water people. Anyway, but as well, they showed you to, like, water people will be taking you to the mountain as well, meaning that your people are not in that particular place. So they're going to be involved in a lot of things, mountain, and, you know, so they'll get you to understand, Tato. You'll get there. You'll get there. It will be revealed nicely to you. That was just like focusing. Anyway, so what is happening with everyone there? Did I miss someone there? Okay. So yes, remember, this is we are catching up for the Tuesday live session. So we're catching up. So we just talk about spiritual things we're dealing with spiritual, and there's nothing that is out of topic, especially if it's related to spirituality, right? There's nothing out of topic. We need to talk about things that we're dealing with as spiritual people, and do not feel embarrassed to talk about things. You need to be yourself. This is what it's all about. Even me, I'm here to be myself, so that we can heal each other. Remember that we are healing each other. Don't see me here. We are healing each other. Healer to healer, healing each other. It is an exchange. As I'm talking about things you're dealing with, you're talking about things you're dealing with, even me absorbing. I'm healing through your ways. So remember that. So there's no off topic when it's related to spiritual matters. We are talking spiritual things as spiritual people. So that is just that. And so how are you guys? I can see your tokens in there. Your tobeling people. And it looks like you guys you've been doing so well, isn't it? Anyway, what's been happening? What's been happening with me? Here. It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. Yes, I'm missing home though. But I'm home. I'm missing my other home. So yes, I'm missing my small ones as well. So yes. So how are you guys? Apart from your dreams, what's been happening to you? And talking about that, what's been happening? I get asked a lot about the Mandawe spirits and stuff like that. Remember, guys, with Mandawe spirits, my Mandawe spirits, I'm just sharing this all the time. With my Mandawe spirits, the way they work with me, I need, as I'm moving forward spiritually, as I grow, I need to grow with someone. I cannot go upwards without someone dragging someone up with me. That's why I'm giving when it comes to Mandawe spirits, I'm trying to pull along at least 1 or 2 people a month with me, with Mandawe spirits. Remember that. But anytime that I'm doing that, you have to ask your people for permission for me to do that. You cannot spiritually work with someone without asking for permission. It really doesn't sound right. If you really take your spiritual thing serious, you need to ask your people permission first, so that they look into someone, they can tell that that person will be able to help you. I talk to you about this all the time. Remember that is what I'm here for. So that they can tell that that person will be able to help you, especially when it involves your spiritual matters. Remember that not everyone can deal with your situation. Remember that as people, we have our strength, we've got our weaknesses. Remember that. Sometimes my weaknesses can be good for others, but can be a weakness to others. Anyway, we're talking about spirituality. There's nothing wrong with that. We need to ask permission from our people to look into someone, so that when we go in, you're taking your people with you to someone, so that that someone as well can work with your people to help you with spiritual things. Guys, it's very important. That one is very important. Okay, Google, when I was able to get back into my body, my hands was painful. So your landing was not good. Your landing was not good, yes. Remember that sometimes on this astral project, okay, astral projection now. I'm gonna be going deep into this now. When you astral project, right? It really depends on how you start your astral projection, or how you start flying out, leaving your body etherically into astral body, right? Sometimes, let's say you're sitting like this and you do your things, you start astral traveling, right? You trance out. Now imagine, physical, you end up sitting on your hand by somehow you turn around and you sit on your hand and there's no blood flow running on your hand, right? You are out there, etherically out of your body. Astrally, you're looking at flowers in other realms, right? Down there, physically, you're lying on your head. Or somehow you put your hand under your head like this. There's no blood flow. When you come back, obviously, you're going to feel pain somewhere where the blood flow was not running, right? I'm thinking about my astral travels, right? I'm talking about physical and spiritual. Sometimes when we astral project, you can see the way you come back. If you come back and you find your body, your physical body is not as you left it. Sometimes it takes time. It's like you to come in, the alignment is not done properly. It's like you quick, like sometimes you can even feel like the vibration when your etheric body goes down into alignment with your physical, right? Guys, remember these things. Then you feel like that kind of vibration because you were not as you left. Physically, you're not, you left, and physically you might have moved. So when you come back, you find that you are not in that position. So when you're now used to astral projection, when you feel your body, your etheric body coming in, because energetically you can feel there's energy coming in, right? When you're now used to this, you can feel the energy coming in. There's a different kind of energy that you feel that this is etheric body. You're coming to be in alignment with your physical body. So sometimes you can feel like it is taking time for that to land, right? Etherically and your physical to be in alignment, to be together like this. Let's say this is your physical body, you're lying like this. Your etheric body is coming in. It's coming to be in alignment. Then it finds your body, as it left it, it will just go whip, right? Nicely in alignment. But if you're coming down, you find your body now is like this. Your etheric coming back, like there's different energy coming in. So you'll find that sometimes there's something like hovering around, right? Hovering around. When you start understanding this properly, you'll see what I'm talking about. Hovering around. So it will be trying to adjust to align properly with your body as it is. So this adjustment will be done like this, like as it comes to the body, then you feel like that vibration, so that this can be aligned like this. That's what you feel like, the vibration when you come in alignment, when you're coming from your travels. I loved that. I loved astral traveling, guys. Remember that you're talking to an astral traveler, ancestors aside. Anyway, so that is just that. So you need to remember as well when you're coming in, because remember when you're aware, because the three levels of the three bodies, you will be aware that there's something coming in. You will be aware. The same way as you are aware when your ancestors coming to you, you'll be aware as well when you're astral traveling on your own, right? That there's different energy coming in to your body, right? You need to be aware. Sometimes you could have just, if you're now used to separating from your etheric and your body, right? When I'm saying separating, it's not like permanently separating. It's like a wavering in the middle, right? You can now adjust your body. Like, oh, remember when, because when it leaves, you can tell when it leaves, right? So even when it comes in, you can remember, oh, it started moving towards how you left. So you can adjust your body properly so that when you're landing back, you find yourself as you left. We're talking about astral traveling. Anyway, that was just that. Where was I? And with the hands, remember, you need to be watching yourself, because if you sit somehow in the wrong way, you're sitting on your hand, the blood is not flowing, you'll feel the pain. Or sometimes you're coming back and your hand is just as it is, but something has gone somehow. I'm doing videos. Okay. Is my mom is talking in the back in the background, you know. Anyway, so Seda, I dream of white people more often, and when I'm with them, they are very happy, and me too. Then they seem very happy to be with me, and they talk like they know me. And then these white people, I dream of them 3 times every month, and we talk like people who know each other deeply. And they keep introducing me to more white people, happily so. With this one, it really depends on the type of gifts you have, right? Sometimes when you have different kind of gifts, our ancestors, they will use different nation people, right? Different nationalities to show you that this one now appearing is this from this now appearing from this one appearing is from this. Remember that when you have different people. It is difficult for me to say white people mean this bit, right? It will be difficult for me to say that to you, that it means this bit. Because when it comes to dreams, when it comes to water spirits, different water bodies, they tend to use different people, right? When it comes to our ancestors, sometimes they appear like they are them. If you're black, they will appear as they are. They are your people. Sometimes they will appear as animals. Remember that. But when it comes to water spirits, depending on how they want to separate themselves from others, they might appear. Let's just say, like for me, when I chose to be with the Abalozi were the Zulu people, right? The seawater spirits. They were appearing to me because remember that I was training in the army, in the British Army. So obviously Britain is full of white people. There will be white people for me in the dreams, in the army, right? Remember that. So they were training me and the white people there in the army as well. So sometimes you'll see the white people there, you'll see white people there, you'll see white people there, based on how they create your setting for you. So if your setting is within the bank where it's supposed to be with white people, if it is those banks like overseas bank, you'll see white people in your dreams because the setting requires it to be like that. So your people will use the kind of people that will be for that setting so that you understand the message they're trying to bring to you. So I cannot say white people means that. They means Abalozi. White people means the Zunza. White people means that. It is always to do with the setting and when you've got too many different gifts. So they have to bring different people so that you can always tell that when they're bringing this particular people, you associate it with what spirits. When they're bringing this particular people, you associate it with that spirit. When they are bringing that, and it's different for everyone. But when you come to me, that is when there will be commonalities. Our dreams will be similar. Meaning that when you tell me about the white people, and I talk to you and ask you a question, you tell me more, when do you see white people? What happens after? Where are you seeing them? What are you actually doing? Then we understand your setting as well and what your people are trying to bring out the message. With the message, the instruction, based on the people that they're using, the white people that they're using. All the time when you have different gifts, there will be different nationalities. You'll be seeing Indians, you'll be seeing Chinese, you'll be seeing, depending on the setting they're putting you in. So sometimes they will start focusing, bringing those people a lot, right? A lot. Example, let's say you've got 7 different kind of gifts. You've got your traditional gifts, your ancestors, they're Black Africans, right? And you are in a bus. So you will see, your people are trying to show you. You've got, just let me, 7, right? You will see your Black people, like your people, your ancestors, the way they were, right? As they were in their form. Now you've got prophetic gifts. So maybe they want to make sure that you understand that this is totally different from that one. It is not coming from that beat. This is totally different. So they'll use different nationality people so that you differentiate between this beat and that beat. So let's say you know they want you to differentiate. Obviously, if you see a Black person, you'll see they're the same, right? I'm Black, I'm speaking Sahana, and I'm Sotho. So like, let's say my people use Basotho there in my dreams, they'll be speaking Sotho. Now these prophetic gifts, they'll be using I'm giving you an example. They'll be using the Bazulu people to speak Zulu, then I know that we are talking prophetic. Now Abalozi, sea water spirits, they'll be using white people there in my dreams because the white people are running around. They are not just coming like that, but there's a message there. Maybe they were in the Navy, stuff like that. So they're just showing me now Abalozi are involved. Remember that it depends where they are, the setting, when we're talking about these white people. So, because sometimes it's white people, but it's nothing to do with Abalozi. I'll get into that. So this one as well, they'll use different nationalities. Let's say now they want to, these people are appearing to you, new gifts. They are water spirits, something I do not know. Let's say unknown water spirits. Okay, it's not right. Let's just say Nzunza. Now I will know in my dreams, I will see Bashangan a lot because they want me to know that Nzunza comes with the Bashangan people. So I'll see them in my dreams. There I know the Nzunzas are involved, right? They'll be speaking in Chitonga, Chitonga, or whatever, right? In that language, there, in my dreams. So the 5th one. So if I've got like the Nzunza, what do they call this? The people. So in my dream, they'll appear. Remember that they come in different forms. These people, they come in different forms. All these people come in different forms. So sometimes they'll appear as animals. Sometimes they'll appear, I'm just giving you an example, as Indians. I know when I'm seeing Indians a lot. We are in the bus. A bus is full of the Tsonga people speaking, the Zulu people speaking, the Basotho people speaking, the English people speaking they speak like with that accent, England. Then I've got this Indian, they're speaking with the Indian accent in the bus. I know that, oh, this bus is full of my ancestors. It's full of ancestor spirits and guides, right? That's how the ancestors, sometimes they want to differentiate themselves to you. So sometimes when you say white people, it doesn't necessarily mean that for you and for me will be the same. It means it depends on your setting, how they started setting, how they trained. When your training started, they started you with them, meaning that every time if they were what I know, if they started like showing you waters and stuff like that, you started seeing white people, then what they're trying to say is that when you see white people in your dreams, it means the water people, your people, are talking to you in this way because they have to now appear in human form to be able to communicate to a human being, you, right? So they will appear in your dream as white as they come. They will appear to you like that. So you talk to them, you feel free as well, because you do not want to be on land talking to fishes, because you know that fish on land, it will die, right? Yeah, I take it back. Yeah, so they will have to appear to you in the human form, but to bring out separation, they have to bring the white color, they have to bring Indian color, they had to bring black color, they had to bring Indian color, they had to bring color that will be obvious to you, that when you see those dreams, now you know you're not talking to just your ancestors. You're talking to what? Spirits. That's what I'm saying. It's different for everyone. It's different for everyone. Anyway, that was Sina there. Cecilia, then someone like a group leader. Did I miss something? Okay, they seem happy. Sina said they seem happy. All right, all right. Cecilia ran away from school. Okay, where did it start? I see you are in South Africa, Johannesburg. Are you taking consultation? I'm always taking consultation, guys, but not physical. I wouldn't be able to bring people. This is not my home. It is my sister's home, so I wasn't planning to do the consultations, but I'll do it on the phone. Or depending on where you are. If you've got Mandawe spirits and you want me to help you with Mandawe spirits, I will come to you. I will happily come to you. I'll happily come to you. Do it for free, of charge. It's as simple as that. Anyway, but consulting, guys. Consultation, you can do it over the phone. You can do it. I guess you guys want to come to me, but it's impossible here. I do not want to do that. Yeah. Anyway, please also provide clarity on leaving your body while asleep and being able to see yourself physically, but from your spirit. How do I explain this one, guys? It is simple. Your people will show you in dream format. When you're ready, they will show you how it works, right? Because for me, when I was ready, they showed me how it works. So the way they showed it to me as in I was in a house, sitting down there in the house, talking about other things with other people, right? Actually, they will show me I was there with my husband talking about other things. They showed me another me. Obviously, they couldn't show me like that at that particular time. They had to show me, but I understood when we were coming back that, ooh, this is one person, isn't it? Because they didn't want to alarm me as they were teaching. There was another me going somewhere a little bit, staying far away from the house, waiting for another me who was out there with the stars, looking at stars, studying the stars. So when the three of them were coming back, the middle me came rushing, went rushing to the last part of me, the spiritual bit of me, the astral body of me, to tell that person needs to come back, because down there, the physical me, there was something happening where someone was talking to me in a way that they were making me, it would have been waking me, we were talking about waking state, because remember that they were showing it to me as in metaphorical, right? So as if I was talking to that person. Let's say I was talking to my husband was trying to wake me up into talking to me like as in person, but he couldn't because the other bit of me was there. So I had to wait for the other to come back, everyone to come back, the three bodies to be all in alignment with the physical. I mean, the two bodies to be in alignment with the physical to make it three, so that when I'm talking, I'm the real me now, talking, right? That's how they showed it to me. I don't know how to explain it properly. I need my people to give it to me theoretically so I can explain it to you. I'll come back to you with that. I'll let my people give me an explanation to share it with you properly about what is actually happening for me to share with you. Anyway, I'll get back to you with that. Tato. Cecilia, I ran away from school this morning, Kuku. I was at the school grounds in charge of teaching a group, and there was an elderly group next to mine. I kept moving away from them, but they kept disturbing me. Then someone like a group leader or headmaster came with a whip trying to beat everyone. We all scattered and ran away. I got into a taxi with another student and paid with two 5 rands. Okay. All right. Then what happened? Okay, because this kind of dreams is the ones that they're teaching about yourself, isn't what you're like. So it will tell you, even getting into a taxi with these students, whatever that you were doing in that taxi, remember how taxi is like. So when you get into your taxi, you're paying, and were you paying the right amount, or were you paying for others, or when you're paying, you understand, you're there with the student, your behavior there, because this one is just about your real life behavior as in general. So they will show you as in state, like you're like this. At school, you're like this. So because they're going to be correcting you, right? At school, you were like this as a teacher. What did you say you were in charge? In charge of teaching a group, right? At school, you were like this. Now you're being, as a teacher, you couldn't deal with the situation as you were supposed to deal with it. You ran away from it. Now you end up being in a taxi with everyone that's supposed to be with the public now. And now with the student, was that student one of yours? And how you're behaving like that when you paid. Did you pay the right amount or did you overpay? Because remember that they are teaching you about you. They want you to correct that bit about you physical. So you need to look at your situation in the taxi. Did you do the right thing? Did you do something that was not right there? So therefore you can be able to correct it physically, because physically you need to do something different to what you saw in the taxi. Anyway, you will be fine. You'll be fine. You must be doing well. You're teaching now. Puti Tobelanga, my legs from knees down to my toes always freeze and I get numb whenever I pray, Pata. I can feel them and I can move. What could be the reason? You know, with spirituality, there are too many things happening to us. There are too many things happening to us, especially when it comes to the body numbing and stuff like that. You need to remember, guys, when you're talking to ancestors, we're talking about spiritual things, right? You need to remember that you need to not be afraid. You need to be free when you're talking to ancestors. There's nothing that can go wrong when your people are involved with you. So you need, if you're paddling and things are happening to you, you need to let things as they're supposed to. Remember, it depends on how when you're paddling, how you're sitting as well. Remember, you need to be in a position where you are not, you are comfortable, right? You know that your body numbing is nothing to do with your circulation, right? It is to do with your spiritual bit of things. You need to rule out the other bit that we're supposed to know of, the circulation, because sometimes the numbing can be with the circulation, but now we're talking spiritual. When you're paddling, are you paddling knowing that your people might come through to you? Are you aware that at some stage your people might come through to you? They might want to make an appearance to you as you're paddling. When you're paddling, are you aware of that as a person? Because you need to remember that you're talking to spiritual people. So when you're paddling, you must make room for that bit. Therefore, it means sometimes as spiritual people, when our people are coming to us or they are coming to work on our bodies, physically, sometimes you cannot move your body. When your people are coming to talk to you, they're coming to you spiritually, your people are becoming present in you physically. Sometimes you cannot move your body. You will be aware that you cannot move your body, but you will sense your people's presence coming through to you. So you need to be aware of that when you're paddling, because when you're paddling, that means you're opening that bit. So when that happens, you need to let it go. You need to not be afraid of what is happening to you physically. I'm saying we rule out circulation, right? You need to not be afraid of what is happening to you. Guide them. Guide them. If you're scared when things are happening to you, you need to let them know that you are feeling this and you're worried or you're scared about this, so they should take it easy, because you need to work with your people. You need to guide them. When they are coming to you, you need to guide them. You need to be able to guide them to come to you, to land nicely, to talk to you. Because some trances, the way they come, some trances, you'll be aware that you're trancing, meaning that sometimes you'll be in trance, your body won't move. Sometimes you'll be in trance, your body will be moving. Sometimes you'll be in trance, you'll be like dead. Like to others, you appear as you're dead. Sometimes you'll be in trance. Remember that we are bringing a different kind of energy to something that is not to the norm to us. Something that is, guys, remember that spirituality is a big thing. Sometimes we might talk about it like this, like it's simple. It's a big thing. Spirituality and physicality, spiritually, physically, things have to adjust together. Sometimes some people we are carrying, physically, you need to be still. Physically, your body needs to be still for your people to be there, to sense them, to be in their presence, meaning that it is the kind of like you astrally projecting, but this time they are coming down to you. Instead of you astrally projecting out to them, they are astrally projecting into you. They are channeling into you. So your body sometimes becomes heavy, like you do, and you cannot move, and you are aware that you cannot move. The whole body, I'm talking about the whole body and the head. That it means there are some serious things that are happening to you. So you need to be aware of that. Just let them do what they're supposed to be doing with you, and take it easy. Do not be scared. And when you're scared, talk to them. I'm not saying like you need to be, I'm scared now. You can talk in mind to mind, because remember that we should be spiritual people. Sometimes we just talk because we like to talk. Like guide them. Okay, I'm well aware this is happening to me. I'm well aware I'm becoming numb, right? You just want to take it easy to see what is happening. If you're scared of these things, if they're happening to you all the time and you're scared, let someone be in the room with you so that they can wake you up. They can keep on checking to you, because sometimes when these are happening, right, if your body is becoming numb, like it is going in stages, becoming numb and numb and numb and numb, meaning that you're going to be like poop, like you're asleep now, they're trancing you out, or they're trancing into you, where they're going to be talking out. So you need someone around with you so that when they come trancing out, so you become aware that they're talking out through you. Because sometimes if they're like those ancestors who want to be head out, so they will let you black out. You become numb. The whole thing, you'll be like you're dead. So they come through and talk through you. So always get someone to be with you so that they can observe. You can do your hand, right? Because if you're starting from downwards going upwards, you can do the hand. You can show them, like when you do this hand, you are up to here, you cannot move up to here. When you do this, you cannot move up to there. So you can see, even the person can see when you're not counting that it is up to, you're getting up to here, you're out now. You understand? So you need to be there, you need to be aware of that. Our bodies sometimes they get like that. But we need to rule out circulation first. Because remember, I'm talking to someone that I'm not seeing. Anyway, okay, so where was I? Msizi, Tokozani, Gogo, Tokozani. I dream of two people who cared too good. Who cared for too good. And the other one slaughtered the goat and poured blood all over my head. And what does this mean? Because it really bothered me, because I don't know if it's good or bad. Sizi, I do not know, because I do not know about this one. Your people will tell you. Someone maybe will tell you this better. I do not know about this one. The reason being, because of my spirit doesn't allow me that. So this is when your people will be taking you to the right person for these kind of things. Anyway, Tato, Mafora, all right, Kuku, please share your details so we can make arrangements. I will appreciate assistance with the Mandawe spirits. I'm also based in Johannesburg, but on the eastern side, Boksburg. Okay, I'm in the Edenvale side, so you're not too far. So on the community side of things, there is my email there, or even on About Me section on the YouTube channel, there is my email there, business, like to contact me. Obviously, it will flesh out, like it tells you, you need to do this, you need to do that. When you email me for the first time, the automatic email will tell you something different. When you're emailing me, put there Mandawe spirits, right? Mandawe spirits, but you need to start talking to them. You've got today, tomorrow, and today was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday is my last day, right? I don't even know how busy I will be. So you've got Sunday, at least Sunday. If you start today, at least Sunday. If your people are agreeing that I can help you, you've got Sunday, because Monday, I'm traveling on Tuesday, guys. So Monday, right? You've got until Sunday, because Monday I cannot say I might be busy doing other things. So talk to your people from today, ask them for permission so that they look into me to see if I can help you. So what with Mandawe spirits, what they do, when they want help from me, they will give you a code. That code has got all the information for me to know about where you stand with them and how I can help you with the Mandawe spirits. It will give me information that is got a code. Very, very important. Because the Mandawe spirits, they work together and they know that people can be messing each other, right? They'll give you a proper code. And if your situation is big, even me, they'll send me a code. So to become aware that that particular person is coming and that person needs this kind of attention. In dreams format, you'll get your code. Specific, totally different. And when you're asking for permission, you talk about only the Mandawe spirits for 3 days. Let's say like from today, tomorrow, even on Sunday morning, still asking for permission to come to me. Guys, I cannot come to you without this code and without you asking permission from your people, because otherwise I'm gonna mess you up and you're gonna mess me up because you're gonna make me do the wrong things. So you ask for permission from your people and your people will give us instructions on how I should be helping you. It will come and they'll be excited. They'll start tonight with the dream. Weep! Our people, one of us. They'll start tonight, tomorrow as well. They'll be giving you, sometimes they'll give you too many dreams. Some dreams are embarrassing. Don't worry, it's something I'm used to because we're talking about the Mandawe. They don't play around. They'll give you everything. They do not hide. They will tell you situations as they are. So there's nothing embarrassing if it comes to you, really, because a lot of people hide those embarrassing things. You need to take everything, write it down, okay? Do that. And then contact me. Contact me today and tell me that you're starting so that I'm aware that you're starting, okay? So I don't start there, get dreams, get confused. So at least I know that I'm expecting this particular person. So Sina Hadi, okay. Okay, you're very good teacher. Oh, thanks, Sina. Cecilia, I paid the correct amount and checked I had more money in my pocket, and I told the driver I'm going to Putadicha, my mom's house. Ooh, okay. It ended there. So did you get there? So what is in Putadicha? What is in your mom's house? What is in there? What is in Putadicha at your mom's house? What is in Putadichaba at your mom's house? You went to school to learn, you ran away, you end up in a taxi. The taxi will take you to Putadichaba in your mom's house. What is in there? Did your dream just end like that, or did another dream comes with more information about where you were going in that taxi? Puti, dear, okay, that's that. Okay, all right. So what happened after that, Cecilia? I guess I was going home. So yes, you're going home, but what happens with the dreams? Because remember, the going home in the dreams and going home physically, totally different things. So why would you be going home to Putadicha? Why do your people want you to be heading towards Putadichaba home? So you get your information. Because remember that information is revealed to us little bit by little bit, little bit by little bit. So there must be something that you've been thinking about or something that is happening that all the information you'll get it where in Putadichaba, depending on your situation, right? Where you're standing spiritual. All the information you'll get it at your mom's house because that's where you're going to get the information. So depending, if I was asking my people questions a lot and they're showing me that now we'll be on the journey to go to the place where we're going to get information on my mother's side, because the information I need is in Putadicha. So it really depends. Remember that our dreams are communication with our ancestors. We talk about things, we ask information, we're asking for information, we're asking for instructions. Now they're showing us in the dream format. We are about to get to that place to get information about that. Or we are dealing with your situation because your situation can be helped at your mother's place, because your situation needs that part of the family to deal with it. Situational dreams, guys, are like this. Okay, I talk about them a lot. Situational dreams are like this. If you have a problem, your people are helping you solve it. They will show you who's dealing with the situation. The people who are dealing with situations are like this part of the family. the people who are dealing with your part of situation, that who are able to deal with that situation that you're in at this particular moment. We're talking about physical. We're not talking about dreamy spiritual things. We're talking about physically. The things that you're dealing with can be helped by those kind of people. Now we are going there to deal with your situation. We are on this particular transport, right? Remember that even the kind of transport that we use, it will be related to how we use transport as well as in general. Like mine, sometimes they'll use cars, sometimes they'll use buses, sometimes they'll use trains, because that's what I use all the time. But then when they're using a bus, it means something different. When they're using a train, it means something different. When they're using a car, it's something different. Sometimes, because I'm supposed to be driving myself to that particular place, and I'm unable to drive myself to that particular place because of the way I've been physically, I cannot drive myself to that particular place. My people will take me in what you're calling the taxi, or they'll take me in a bus with others, because on my own I cannot get there. It looks like at this particular time I need to be going to that place with others. Taxi, public transport, with others, because I cannot drive this bit by myself. I need others to pull with me I need someone else to take me out there. But as well, sometimes my people, they use this transport as well, when they're showing me that well, I'm unable to drive myself to particular places. I'm talking about when I'm the weaknesses as well. I'm unable to drive myself to that place. Now I'm taking a public transport, because even with the public transport, certain things in there they'll show me. Now they are taking me there with everyone else, because it looks like at this particular moment, it looks like I need to be with everyone else to get there, because alone. Remember that it depends with your situation. You need to understand your people and how they talk to you. Sometimes they talk to you in a mocking way. Sometimes they talk to you in a good way. Sometimes I'm not saying this one is one. I'm saying you need to understand the reason why your people uses transport for you. When I'm saying mocking, I mean that they will use this because they will say you're on your own on the car, because this is how you are like in the car on your own. You'll be like this. Sometimes even though you're supposed to know where you're going, you'll get there, but you're going to get lost. Sometimes they use public transport. They're showing you. Even getting a lift from others, you will still be like this. You're supposed to get there, even though the people will get you there. But being you the way you are, you'll still get lost along the way, like that. Somewhere that someone even would even stop there and say, you, with the help from others. This is when I'm saying the monk. With the help from others, but you're still like this. That person, you're telling them where you're going, because the taxi will get, is the right taxi that you know with taxis. There's a taxi going to that place. There's a taxi going to that place. Did you get in the right taxi when you're paying? When you're paying to the taxi that you know will get you there, or is a taxi that will gonna get you halfway through? So you have to get another taxi to get you somewhere there. You understand? So you need to understand how your people talk to you, especially when it comes to public transport. Because with taxis, we know how our taxi system work. Sometimes you just have to even fall asleep in the taxi, because you know the end will be your place. Sometimes you cannot fall asleep, because you know that if you fall asleep in that taxi, it will not get you there. It will pass with you, because the taxi driver will be thinking that you have eyes, can see where you go. I'm just giving you extra. This is not what Cecilia is looking for, Gogo is looking for. But they will show you that like this taxi, like that. You understand? Because it operates like that. Some taxis will have stops. By the time you get there, you would have gone. But remember, you're with these students that you're supposed to be helping. Where is the student going? And while you're going to Palau, to your place, your mom's place, where is this student going? Your student, because it's very important in your dream. Where was your student going? So we understand where your people are taking. Anyway, remember, this is spirituality, and we're just talking, giving each other advices. And and a lot of things. We are not talking about things how they are with us in general, because this is situational stuff. Things are happening, and information is being fed on the go. Coming from school, place of learning, when you're teaching, you run away. Now you're going somewhere to your mother's place. So there's a lot of things that we need to think about. Anyway, so what is happening there? Everyone is quiet now. Everyone seems to be quiet. So that is just that. I think, what time is it? We've been here 1 hour, 19 minutes, 60 minutes. So that's good. So guys, that is what it's all about. So we're talking things, we're talking about how we can help each other spiritually as people and everything like that. And remember that every time you're consulting, even with me, you need to ask for permission. The reason why I'm doing that, it doesn't mean that you cannot come to me and I'll be able to talk to you. My people will be able to channel through me and they will help you. The reason we are doing this kind of things is, the reason why I'm doing this myself is that you need to take it easy. Talk to your people first, because they are your people. They are the ones sending you to people. You need to let them know that you're going to be taking them to someone. You are respecting them in the process. So you want them to look into that person you are interested in going to, so that they can see what you're not seeing, and they can show you things that you are not aware of. And they can, when they're happy with that person, spiritually we will connect. Your people will connect with mine easily like that, fast like that. Right? When you're coming to me, it's nothing. It's nothing. Your people will be like too excited. Anyway, you should see how it is like when you consult in the consultation. Your people get excited, really excited, because it's like they feel that you respected them that much. Even when you're coming to, even on the day of consultation, you still want their go ahead. Like, are you sure I should be consulting with this person? Even when you paid, guys. Are you sure I still have to go to that person? Because that's my name. You pay first. Online. Anyway, are you sure I should still be going to this person? This person will still be able, your people will still be excited. Yes, you need to go to that person. She is right. That gogo will be able to deal with us. Guys, it's very important. Remember that if you don't trust your own people, if you don't trust your own people to give you information for you, because this is about you trusting yourself. I'm taking you back to you trusting yourself and your people. Even when you come to me, you already trust yourself and your people. You do not doubt them. So when you come into me, when I'm talking to you, you come with as a strong individual, as that person who's strong, because you know your people have given you this information. Even some you can hide, giving you this information. When you come into me, you're comparing the information your people are giving you with what I'm talking to you. That is very important for you on this spiritual journey. Okay, Tariro. Oh, thanks, Tariro. Thanks, Cecilia. Oh, okay. The email has been sent. Okay, that's good. Yes. So yes, I'll reply. I hope you send your contact number so I can call you directly. Okay, because if you're here, I can just call you. So that is just that, and yeah. So I think that is what it is. That's what it is, isn't it? So I think we've done everything. Yes, we've exhausted everything. Remember, guys, we'll talk again on Tuesday. If I get home on time, then I'll do my live session as I'm supposed to do them. Maybe in the evening. Next Tuesday, I'll do them in the evening. Because I think I'll be arriving early in the morning. So I'll do my live session if I'm not tired in the evening. So we'll hang out together. So that is just that. Okay. So anyway, since you guys don't have any more to talk about, so we'll talk about a lot of things next time. And Hanyang guys, and thank you for being here. Hanyang and Hanyang and Hanyang and Hanyang.